So when I was researching this trip to New Brunswick, I came across an island that has some really interesting history, but the only way that you can get to it is during low tide. Because when the tide goes out, it reveals a sandbar that you can drive across to access the island. I was intrigued. I was thinking, all right, the history is one thing, but driving across the ocean floor to get to this island? All right, I'm sold. I gotta check this out. So I'm just waiting for the tide to go out. I'm gonna hop in the car, drive over, and then we're gonna explore the island together. Well, welcome to Minister's Island. As I mentioned at the top of this video, this island has a lot of historical significance, so much so that Minister's Island is both a provincial and national historic site. Spanning 500 acres, Minister's Island has been home to 4 distinct groups of people. The earliest inhabitants were the Passamaquoddy First Nations. The island was an important summer camp where they fished the abundant waters surrounding the island. Around 1777, John Hanson and his family were the first known European settlers to live on the island. And later, Reverend Samuel Andrews and his family acquired and lived on the island for about 100 years. But it was in 1890 when its most notable inhabitant would arrive, Sir William Van Horne. Van Horne was the president of the Canadian Pacific Railway, and in 1890 he purchased part of the island. 2 years later, he started building his summer home. It still stands today and visitors can explore inside. It features 50 rooms, including 17 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, and 11 fireplaces. Some of the furniture is original, but the majority of what you see are period-accurate furnishings that have been sourced. Van Horne was also an accomplished painter, and many of his pieces can still be seen hanging on the walls today. In addition to Van Horne's summer estate is a circular bathhouse down by the water. It was built out of red sandstone blasted from the beach below. An outdoor saltwater pool was carved into the beach and filled from the waters during high tide. There was also a large agricultural component to Van Horne's estate. He had farmland, raised livestock, and also had steam-heated greenhouses. The island was fully self-sufficient, and Van Horne even sent a large majority of what was produced on the island to his main home in Montreal. In addition to the many buildings that still remain, visitors can also enjoy 24 kilometers of hiking trails. They span the entire island and will lead you to some cool lookouts and secluded beaches. Now, visiting Minister's Island totally depends on the tide schedule. It changes every day. So the best thing to do when planning your visit is to visit ministersisland.net. They'll have the tide schedule posted on their site. That way, it'll make it easier when you're planning your visit. Well, that wraps up my time here on the island. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't yet already. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you soon.